So people need to get into this, but they also need to get with the revolution clubs, of which you are the national spokesperson. And speaking of hope, there are principles that we can live by. They're not the principles of me first and fuck everybody else. They're the principles or the points of attention of the revolution club. There's a purpose to the revolution clubs. And I think it'd be important in this first segment if we talked a little bit about what these clubs are and how you can get with it.
Yeah, I think that is very important. And again, okay, we have this hope, but we do have to go out and struggle with people over what is worth living for and, yes, when necessary, dying for. And those points of attention for the revolution concentrate that. We're not out for self. We're out for all of humanity. And what humanity needs is revolution and communism. Okay, we're not about men being real men and standing up, and actually women have to stand up too, and transgendered people and all different kinds of folks need to be standing up as revolutionaries and as comrades for the emancipation of humanity. Okay, we're not just about our people, whatever you might think that is. It's about all different kinds of nationalities, cultures, and languages standing up together, and and not doing it for anything less than revolution and emancipation, not for revenge, not to settle scores with other people like us or to people who had a little bit more privilege than us. And it's not, these are some of the principles that you'll learn, as part of this and that are concentrated in these points of attention, which are not our version of a cancel culture either. These are all the reasons why you don't belong in the revolution. It's because you violate all of these principles. Almost everybody will start off and won't be living up to those principles at first. That's the point. We're coming out of this world and we're fighting our way out of it by transforming ourselves in the process of changing the world, not getting ourselves all right. And once you've lived up to that, then you can be part of fighting to make this revolution. We have to do that as part of one process. And these principles, these give you a guideline or sort of a way to focus up on what are some of the key ways of thinking that go along with this system and that we're fighting to get out of, and that go along with the world that we're trying to get to. So that's what these principles are. And then these clubs is somewhere you go to not only learn about these principles, but to begin to work together with others. You mentioned, okay, we're not going to get into it here, but these clubs have to constantly return to why we need an actual revolution. When you talk about the kind of struggle and sacrifice that's involved in making revolution and what we have to do to be able to actually do that, okay, if you're not proceeding from a scientific approach and understanding of why we need an actual revolution, then it's silly to be talking about this. And it is just a cool kids corner or the, radical leftist, grouping. And that's not what this is about. This is for people who want to be part of a organized, disciplined, bold, and fearless force that is serious about bringing this system down as soon as possible. At the core of this, we RevComs follow Bob Avakian because he is the most advanced scientific leadership on the planet, okay? And we've never had leadership like this, and this enables us to bring people into this process, with a clear sense of what we're up against and where this could go. And we have a constitution that he's written that could clearly replace this system with something truly on
a constitution for a new socialist.
That's right. So,
after the revolution.
Yeah, that's right. Not just a constitution for our clubs.
Yeah.
A constitution for a new socialist republic that will replace this society after the revolution. Okay, that sets up a whole different government, economy, and a society that's in transition to a different world. Not to go on and on, but these are some of the things that, again, what it means to be in the Revolution Club, what you could be, the process you become part of. And then again, the work of the Revolution Club involves, which we've been, sort of talking about, fighting the power and transforming the people for revolution, because people need to come together and act as a unified, disciplined force to have a big impact opposing the crimes and injustices of this system, defending each other from the official and unofficial violence that comes down on people in different ways, whether it's the police murders of Black and other oppressed peoples, whether it's the attacks on women seeking abortions and the right to abortion, whether it's the ways in which these fascist thugs have brought guns to rallies and shot people down or ran them over with cars. This cannot be going down unopposed, and our point of attention number 6 makes clear we're not calling for attacks against anybody, unprovoked attacks. But they have no right to carry out this kind of violence, and this situation is one where if that is not faced with a determined and disciplined revolutionary force defending people from that kind of attack, these people will have the future and will make further advances in bringing about that something terrible that we've been talking about.